Mics are good. What's up, Leo, Smoot, PCP, Nosy Jr., Smug? How's it going, guys? Hey, Google, play Harris Heller.
Okay, playing
Taylor Harris, who is that? Hey, Google, play Harris Heller. The king himself. How's it going, Barbecue, Nosy on YouTube? It is, in fact, Wednesday, my dudes. It's the hump day. Yep, I'm back from plumbing. My washer is draining fabulously again. What's up, MD? Brandon, what's up? What's your name? SWAT? SWAT, what's up? I'll grab my glasses in a second, I swear, guys. Chaotic, how goes it?
Chaotic?
Yeah, it was the plumber's crack. The plumber's crack was leaky.
I know, I kept saying that to Chad. I was like,
Yeah,
why Jackson on here? And I was like, well, all he said in Chad was a plumber was coming to fix his crack. Interpret that as you wish.
Take it as you will.
What kind of crack, Chad? What kind of crack is it? How are your cracks? I don't know, man. I don't know. His cracks might be fixed. We'll find out. What's up? Got my 7800X3D at Micro Center for $399. Ooh, love it. Yeah, a lot of people, that CPU has come in stock much more frequently now. A lot of people forget about it because they're so obsessed with the 9800X3D, but if you can get a 7800X3D, that is still a really awesome CPU. It's basically like 1A, 1B is like the best gaming CPU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 9900X3D seem like, well, I haven't looked in a couple of days, but I know they were coming in stock a lot more.
Yeah, I've been seeing someone just said they bought a 7800X3D at Micro Center for $399, so.
That's a good price.
That's a good price for one.
I know for a little bit there, it was like, you saw the 7800X3Ds going for as much as the 9800, and I wouldn't do that.
No, but if you get it almost $100 less.
We ain't that desperate for CPUs.
We're desperate for graphics cards. So if you guys see this, this is the H5 Flow Starfield edition, which I think is gonna look pretty clean. Sadly, Starfield dead game, but the case could still look really cool.
Yep. It's with a pretty hard to get graphics cards.
You know, I wish we still had the Starfield GPU.
Yeah, people kept making that joke. I was like, man, imagine if we had the CPU and the GPU to go in this. That'd be insane.
Let's take it from Jonah. Jonah has a CPU still.
Yeah, which really doesn't mean much.
No, it doesn't. I thought Starfield got a bad rap. I liked it. Like, with any video game, you know, sometimes the reviews aren't great and you may still like it, so shout out.
I don't, you know, I still think it wasn't, I mean, I can't talk a whole lot because I only put 2 hours in it and I have not looked back. Haven't really felt the need to, but I don't remember thinking it was like a bad game. I honestly think, if people had hyped it up, I would have kept playing it. But I genuinely think people like saying it was horrible, it doesn't get any better, just made me have no motivation to.
I just kept hearing the word from people that have played it that they just said they got bored.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like it wasn't like overwhelmingly exciting. They just got bored with it.
Yeah. I think the intro takes a little too long too.
The new Indiana Jones game is on sale for $55. Well, I can say confidently I've played it. I mean, if you like Indiana Jones, $55 ain't bad. It's expensive, but I mean, I got 20 hours of gameplay out of it.
15 to 20 hours. I mean,
that's not bad.
Return on investment's there.
Look at this, guys. What do you think? Thoughts?
Get a little too monotonous. Dude, I freaking in Rastafarian. Kind of.
What kind of cables you get?
Red, white, and blue. Oh. So we're kind of doing like an American themed here a little bit, you know, America.
America. Oh, these will look nice. Mm-hmm. It'll match that.
I hope so.
It'll get close to matching that bar.
Yeah, it's like you can't find
the yellow would be
that randomly just have yellow and orange on them. Okay, what was it? Oh yeah, the one boss in Wukong that freaking took me so many tries. I think it's called Master something. It looked like a giant dog with like a weird golden head on chapter 3 that shoots like lightning and shit.
Oh yep.
Oh dude, I hated that one. It's just because he's like, he doesn't really have a lot of predictability to him, and it doesn't make, like, it's one of those bosses, like the whole stage, you're like, what's happening? What am I doing here? What is this chapter? So that's how that boss felt.
Yeah, that guy was tough.
Yeah, I ended up ultimately, I think I tried 4 or 5 times. I think I tried 5 or 6 actually, and I was like getting him halfway. I was like, dude, this just isn't working. So I ended up, I kind of, you know, like how you'll forget, you'll be like, oh, I have like all this stuff where I can upgrade my gourd, I can upgrade the soak. So I ended up upgrading, like I had like 5 upgrades that I needed to do.
Yeah.
And after I did that, it was like
easy.
Like I one tried it after that.
Not really a Monster Hunter kind of gamer. McAllister, though, has already put in PTO
When
to
he's
take
here,
off Friday.
When he's here, ask him about it. The 7600 is a good CPU with the 7900 XT. The only way I would ever say that's like, I guess like not the most balanced is if you're like, oh, I only play 1080p, 480 hertz, CS. I'd be like, well, get yourself a better CPU.
Is he concerned about the reviews saying this one is too easy? I don't know if you've seen, I haven't heard from him about it.
I don't think he's concerned.
I don't think he's concerned. The only thing I will say, and that's why he gave up, like he didn't finish Wukong, is he said it was too easy. And he said he didn't like how easy Wukong was to him. So I hope the difficulty is enough for him, because that'd be pretty sad if his favorite series is too easy.
I'll be honest, as of now, I don't think I'd want Wukong to be harder.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it, and I kind of have fun with the cinematics and the story.
I think that's the best part about the game. It's difficult, but then there's still like the level of like, wow, the graphics are really cool. This whole cinematics, the boss fight entrances, the music, all of it just is great.
I guess that's the only thing that they could have made a little harder is maybe the in between the bosses.
Yeah.
I do feel like a lot of the normal enemies are just like
They're not
cake.
bad at all.
Every so often though, I do get the one or two enemies where I'm like, holy crap. I feel like this is is this missing? I'm just like looking at this. I'm like, is there supposed to be a heat sink here, maybe?
Maybe.
It looked new. I think Yeah, okay, that's just how it looks. Weird.
Any opinions on AM4 CPU? You're talking about the best one to get. AM4, the best I would do is like a 5700X. Or
Such a good price right now.
Yeah, that, or if you're willing to go AliExpress, you can get, I got the 5500 for like $70. You can get the 5600 for $80, which is a way better price.
I've been seeing on Amazon is the XTs.
Really?
There's a 5800 XT for, I don't think this is a good price, but I think it was like 200 even on Amazon.
So those are actually coming out. I remember when they announced them, I just never saw them.
And I think I saw a 5600 XT or something as well for like 150.
But really, there's a lot of ways to go, AM4, but the thing you don't want to fall into, especially if you're doing a new AM4 build, is don't fall into the trap of like getting a really high-end AM4 build, because you're going to get to the point where it's much better off to go entry-level AM5.
I think as soon as you can pay for a 7600 on Amazon, which is like 185 to like 200,
Do that instead.
I would do that and have DDR5.
Yep.
Because honestly, I think the 7600, I'm trying to think of like, in gaming, I feel like that's probably not too far off from like a 5800X,
I would
right?
think it's very close, yeah.
So, yeah. And I would not pay what they ask for 5800X or 5800X 3Ds.
No, that's the only issue with AM4 is like, AM4 will have a ceiling eventually. Like for me with my, it should be interesting. We do the test that we're doing. I'll be curious to see what that limit looks like.
Yeah, I would think yours would pair go with it, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, there's just a theoretical ceiling with it where like spending that extra money for an X3D, in some situations it helps, but it's not as substantial as just going like AM5, you know?
Actually, one thing I feel like we have to do if we both get the same card is like a Blacksmith benchmark, something like that.
See what the difference is, CPU.
Yeah, because I'm like, I always talk about how I really didn't need that upgrade.
I think you'll see a good.
Hopefully I would with that. Now with the 4070, it's not quite there, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. A 5800X 3D is the price of an AM5 build. Yeah, the whole like, you can put together a nice AM5 entry-level platform, like no problem. Especially with how, again, we don't talk about it enough. 7500Fs are now 120. 7400Fs are $100. Like that's good value right there.
So good. Yeah, you're just getting so many like newer commodities too. With like Gen 5 and.
All right, so it looks like Pax, who asked the question, already has AM4. Okay, so there you go. What CPU do you have right now? Because the real question is, I just want to know if you're like at the ceiling to where an upgrade doesn't make sense, and maybe you should start looking at new platform.
New platform? No.
New platform. Just purchase parts for AM5, try to keep it budget, total parts on 750. Yeah, it's pretty easy. That's why I think the number for like AM4 is like over $600 for the whole build. If you get over $600, you're getting to AM5 territory.
Yeah, the only time AM4 like really calls to me is when it's cheap, or we do have a lot of times where we'll have like a part. We'll already have like a B550 and it's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna waste a $100 motherboard just because I'm like, oh, well, you could get a better deal with, AM5. So that's the one chance where I'll go higher end.
A 1500X 3D piece was made 2 years ago, not upset. Well, that's something, yeah, if you have one already, for sure, especially during that era, it's still a good CPU. It's just something I wouldn't go out of my way to buy to build now.
They're just expensive.
They're really expensive for what they are.
Now, if they ever came down to like under 200 bucks, they'd probably be a
That's
pretty
what I
good deal.
wish. I just don't think there's enough supply of them. I don't think they made as many. Like,
They might be kind of actually expensive to make.
yeah, because I just feel like that's a CPU that it came out as like a, here's our last hurrah as like the best of the best for AM4, then AM5 came out. And then, yeah, I just don't think they made enough to where you can actually get them. Like, my dream is like, oh, let's go on AliExpress one day and there's like a bulk of them for like 200 bucks or less. And I'm like, oh, I'll buy that and drop it in my PC right now. But like, no.
I wonder, isn't the 1500X 3D actually isn't super far off from the newer 3D chips, is it?
It's kind of close.
I didn't think it was like an insane difference.
No. Is there a good mother for 400 USD? Well, I need a lot more context here. Are there any deals right now on Amazon? Same thing, I need context. What kind of deals are we looking for?
It's surprisingly competent. He's incredible Xander. Sorry.
He's
It just came out, I swear.
An RX 6800 CPU cooler and RAM lying around, so I built my daughter a PC for less than 300 bucks with an RX 6800. Damn. That's a nice build.
It's a bargain.
Wow, if you tease me again, I'll cry. I need grip.
Incredible. Xander, are you still loving the keyboard? You're an official. I don't remember, did you get the Yunzi or the RK?
I really like your GPU video. You guys are spot on with your picks. Thank you. I will say, I last minute went back and you wouldn't even notice it because of the power of editing. We at first didn't include the B570 and B580, and I was just like, oh, we might as well mention it. The only reason I didn't, it was because like B570 was kind of underwhelming. It's a good card, but it's not amazing. But then when you think of the cards at that price point, it's like that and the 7600. It should be included. And then I was thinking like B580, you just can't really get, so why mention it? But I was like, you know, I might as well mention it. So I added those, and at that point I was like, all right, this is a good list.
You had the 7 Pro 2700, the Pro.
I will say though, because I tested this theory myself, if you do want a B580, you can get one if you download some sort of in-stock tracker app, because I know it sounds incredibly sweaty, but if you do want one, it does work. It is much easier than any of the 5000 series, which are impossible. Like, I have that app just out of curiosity to see if I could buy a 5000 series GPU. You just can't. Like, you click on it, gone. Bots take it. The bots are not going at B580s right now. They're just
too
not.
quick.
They're not going after B580s. They want the 5000 series. So at this point, they're just selling out because people are actively looking and buying them because they want them. So they'll be in stock for the 10 to 15 minute mark. You can buy one and you'll be fine.
Yeah, the RTX cards have way too much return on investment, so all the bot power is gonna go straight into those. No flipper, no scalper wants to get a B580 and sell it for, you know, 50 bucks over MSRP.
So if you've been actively waiting for a B580, you can get one. You just have to use the right resources. I've never played Final Fantasy now. I don't know if that'd be my kind of game.
I will say too on Newegg, I'll check it for screw this in, but I know yesterday when I looked, I think I saw a couple B580 bundles.
Oh, you did? That's
Yeah,
good.
Newegg can be really clutch for that because bots really don't want that.
Nope. That's a lot.
I don't even really, I mean, now that I think about it, not only do the scalpers not want it, they probably don't even have the bots set up to like
I think, yeah.
be able to find those, I wouldn't think.
Computer guy said, look at these nerds. You're the nerd, computer guy.
No.
You're such a nerd. Can you want to go price so B580? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is like the price that I'm saying is like in stock new MSRP $269 at most, which is a good price. But we have a video going live today for the streamers out there. If you're wanting to stream, spoiler alert, I wouldn't buy a B580 right now.
Yeah, they have one combo that's not great. It's a 650 watt, one of those ASRock ones, with the white 3-fan ASRock card, which I will say is like one of the nicer ones, but it's $334. So when you really think about it, you're probably paying about $270 for the B580.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
like
okay.
$259's MSRP. The aftermarket cards are like
Actually,
close
yeah,
to
it's probably
that.
a little more, because that 650 watt I think is only worth like 60 bucks. So it's probably more like, yeah, like 275, you know, so that's
not
not
bad
terrible.
actually at all then. I mean, if you're here, you're a nerd. No, only the cool people watch this stream.
So Intel CPUs, in my opinion, they have been worth buying. Like, honestly, since Tension came out, Intel CPUs have been a great deal. It's just, you'll notice, like right now we're using AMD. We play a lot of builds with AMD just because, for one, it's a buzzword. More people for the CPU side of things really like AMD. And for two, Intel did have a couple of issues. Like number one, they had a physical hardware issue where the CPUs were basically like oxidizing. Now it only affected certain CPUs, and a lot of people never even saw it happen. And they also have a BIOS update now that fixes, supposedly, fixes the oxidization. So it hasn't even touched the news in like a year now. But people are still just like, oh, don't even touch Intel. It's bad. It's a bad deal, blah, blah. But like yesterday for a build, I bought a 12700 KF for 180. And
cheap.
You can get DDR5 with, it is actually a DDR5 build. So I got a DDR5 B760M. So that kind of counteracts the whole point of like, whoa, if you go AM5, you like automatically get DDR5. And it's like, well, yeah, you're forced to get it. But with Intel, you do kind of have a choice.
You have
which
the
is
option
cool.
to get it.
Yeah. And also that's what is that, a 12 core 20 thread?
There's 2 white fan packs.
I don't know if they're supposed to be 2 or not. I put 3.
Oh,
so I don't
okay.
know where the second one came from.
Maybe someone just put an extra one.
Yeah, I don't
there.
know if I ordered another one by accident. Those fans, they're slightly off white. Not like terribly, but.
They're B true to V true.
Ooh, which number do we get?
377.
Oh, look at that. I don't know. I am such a, like, I'm so bad about collecting things. Like,
It's
that
gotta see the
probably
number.
means nothing to, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people. But when I see that, I'm just like, that is so cool that we have, like, they only made 1,000 of these cases, you know?
Just don't think about the fact that there's probably stuff that's manufactured that they make 1,500 of and they don't slap the label on. And
Yeah,
then it's like,
yeah.
but it's good marketing. I like it.
No, it is hard to think about, like, with such large companies, like, even a case that's Starfield, in my mind, I would think, like, oh, they've already sold every single one of these, you know?
Yeah.
You can't get them on Amazon anymore. Actually, wait, hold on, maybe you can. I just realized I did not search the right thing. Never mind, still available. Go buy it while you can.
Buy what you can. It's limited edition.
I can order 13, oh, wait, hold on. I can order 30 of them, guys.
Wow.
They ain't selling very well.
They're just sitting. When are you guys gonna make a decision on who you want for Discord mod? We've already modded 2 people. Qualsack, actually I don't know if I want to say that on stream. Qualsack, you were a consideration. I think we messaged a couple people about consideration stuff. If you dig into DM, let me know. There was like some certain stipulations on why we did pick certain people. We got 2 mods right now, 2 new mods on Discord. We have Origin and Uber Pigeon are the 2. So if you guys want to join the Discord, by the way, discord.gg/toastybros. That Discord's starting to bop a little bit. Samad just going to mention different areas had different level enemies and higher stat based on levels who may just be cruising through so fast you're under leveled. That's no fun. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Well, to be fair, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of the game, I need to watch a video on it, because to be fair, I'm just cruising through killing people, and then I'm realizing, like, I still have base armor, I have not got a new sword, yeah, I've, like, done nothing to my guy. That's it. Like, I have no idea even where to get that, how that works, like, so, you know, maybe that's why I need to watch, like, a little mini video and figure that out. I've just kind of been just cruising through beating bosses. But I have not played since Saturday. I might play some tomorrow. So, yeah, there was an announcement on Discord about new mods. There is an application form you can still fill out. And we will see where that goes from there. Oh, yeah, no, I've not upgraded anything. I don't even know where to go to do that. Do you have to, like, go back to that, like, main spot where you meet that one guy who, like, tells you, like, you're on a journey, yada, yada, yada? What do you think of a Ryzen 5500 and RTX 4060? Solid combo. But, what was I going to say? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, someone's asking about AT&T fiber. Long story short, we are still trying to figure out what's going on with that. I might need to call AT&T again because basically the install is going to be kind of complicated. I think we mentioned that the box for AT&T on the street is like at the opposite side of our complex, and it will run through the ceiling of all the office complexes and come down to ours. the reason we're having so many issues with it is we have to get approval from the landlords to go inside the other tenants' buildings to run the wire through. And the issue is I'm trying to get someone at AT&T to contact our landlords to basically explain all the work that needs to be done. They want like a proof of work to be able to write it off and present it to the people who own the building. So it's a process. We're hopefully going to get there. He was a Dragon War Master style armor. You're right. Wait, what do you, I don't know what you're talking about, Kermit. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't they just run it from the pole? I don't know how that works. I think because it's fiber, I don't know how they would do that. I have no idea how fiber installs go. But basically, the guy said the only way they could do it and how they have it set up is it would have to run through the first building at the very end and run through the ceiling all the way through. And the guy seemed very adamant about that. Your mom runs the pole. That's crazy. Oh, you're talking Final Fantasy? Okay, I was like, what are you all talking about? If I buy a PC, will you all sign it? Yeah, just include in the order. I would like the Toasty Bros to sign the PC and where you want us to sign it, and we can most definitely sign the PC for you. These are kind of cool looking sleeve cables. But I don't think, I'll have to do this. Yeah, let's just do one. So 2 weeks, how you doing? That's what I did for my fiber, ran along the side of the power lines running my house line outside of the house to my room. Maybe that's possible, I don't know. The guy who was in there just seemed adamant that that was the only way they could do it. And honestly, if they're doing the install, I can't really fight too much about that. It's up to them. So I'm assuming there's some protocols they have to follow and they have to run it that way. But long story short, I reached out again to an email I got from a customer support agent that went over, who said reach out to them if the person doesn't contact your landlord, because they didn't contact our landlord yet. And I emailed that person 2 days ago and they haven't got back to me. So I feel like I'm gonna have to go through the calling situation again and call again and explain everything. So a 5700X should keep the 2070 happy till I start my 4070 Ti Super build. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Pax, I don't think I ever saw your message. What CPU do you have right now? I know I've already asked this many times, but I did not see your response, so I apologize. Time to use a hotspot from your phones? Stop it. Never. Never again. We did that when we had no internet in this building before. Oh God. The issue is we have internet. The problem, there is no issue with the fact that we can't get internet here. We can get the not the AT&T, the enterprise we're paying for, but again, it's $1,500 a month. We've been paying that for almost 4 years now. So it's one of those things where we do not want to do that again. So one way or another, we need to get this internet installed because we need to be saving some money here. We're just spending a bunch of stupid money on internet right now. And our contract for Spectrum ends, which again, that's another funny thing. With Enterprise, you have to sign a contract, so we could not break the contract. The guide to my line was not that bright. They were going to go the long way around the back of my house, said it's going to the front yard. Yeah. Midnight, the problem that you're seeing is you're looking at 3 to 4 Gen old graphics cards on new markets. If you look at a 1080 Ti on Newegg or Amazon right now, because those are incredibly old graphics cards, they're going to be incredibly inflated prices because that's new stock or it's a dead listing because they don't manufacture those cards anymore. So I would only be looking at new gen cards when you're shopping new. If you look at old gen cards, NVIDIA does not manufacture those anymore. They stopped manufacturing those like years ago. So that's why you're seeing pricing like that. They're probably different protocols as a commercial building. Yeah, probably. From a $500 build guide y'all did, upgrade the power supply to a Corsair 750-watt AO, different case. Thank you all for all the build guides. Let me get in the front door with PCs in this awesome community. Well, John, I'm glad we were able to help you out, man. Yeah, no, those are bad listings. Ignore those. And I don't know why places like Newegg and Amazon push those with their like auto advertising, because those are not legit listings. You might actually get the graphics card. It might be dead stock sitting on some shelf somewhere, but most retailers will set it to that price just to maintain the listing so they have it in case they do get more, like the vacuum sounds. But they don't actually keep active inventory of those products. I had to step away, but Jackson is running a poll. Yes, he's running a poll. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, so that's a good piece of advice. If you see a listing for something, the thing is, like, in general, and a lot of new PC builders get confused by this, do not look on Amazon, Newegg, or any new retailer for GPUs that are like 2 generations old or 3 generations old. Piggy Tech for the resub, thank you. Piggy Tech, how you been doing? I feel like I haven't seen you here in a while, man. You were here the other day, but you haven't been talking as much. Dun 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 dun. I've been busy with work and traveling. Oh, are you going back to Europe again, you big fancy traveler? Where you been traveling to? Ugh. What's up, Ash Nightwing? How you doing? Oh, man. I'm crashing, guys. Oh. When's the Panda video? The Latte Panda video is Friday. Today's video is going to be a streaming a streaming test between the Intel Arc B580 and the RX 7600. AMD versus Intel budget live streaming. Cocoa Beach. Ooh, you big fancy baller, you. Hey, look who purchased a PC. Someone bought a P520 build. Nice. And they bought an HDMI cable. Let's go. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. I had some caffeine this morning, but I don't think I slept very good last night because I had a lot to do yesterday, so I made the cardinal sin of drinking something with caffeine and a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapter. I made the horrible mistake of 3 o'clock drinking an energy drink, and then that just is too much caffeine and I can't go to sleep, so. Second order 2, returning customers. Did you lose Jackson? Someone called him about something, and now he's... Yeah, I did lose him. He's gone. I saw someone in chat ask about if we built the 8400F yet. No, we have not. We actually have one, though. I just don't know what to build around it, because it's not... The issue is, the more I learn about the CPU, the less I want to use it. Where'd I put it? Here it is. So here she is. We have one, but it's just not, it has a bunch of limitations. So I don't really know what the video would be about, I'll be honest with you. Whoa, focus. I don't even know if I would do a B570 build, because again, the issue with the 8400F is the PCI lane limitation. So when you use an 8400F, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, this is all off memory, I've not researched it in the past like couple weeks. You basically only get access to 8 PCI Gen 4 lanes on the graphics card. And then once you add a Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and after that, you've like utilized all your PCIe lanes. So like you have no rooms for upgrade. And with how cheap it is versus a 7600, it's also a decent amount slower than a Ryzen 5 7600 or a 7500F. It just doesn't make any sense. How to find out if I have any credits left on my pcbros gift card? I have no idea. Only thing I can think of is add something to the cart, throw it on there, and see what happens. What about 7600 only needs 8 lanes, budget AM5? Yeah, but then like the issue is the upgrade path. That's why I don't like it. It's because like you would, if you want to upgrade to a higher end GPU, you would need, it's same thing with the B570, you would need to do a CPU upgrade. I don't feel comfortable recommending, even though it does get you the AM5, I don't really recommend doing a build guide for people that tells them, hey, if you ever want to upgrade your GPU, you automatically have to upgrade your CPU first. I don't really like doing that unless it's super duper cheap, and I don't think I could get it super duper cheap enough to where it makes sense, you know? Especially when the 7500F is only like $20 more. So that's why I don't like that CPU. We've had a lot of people ask about it, but that's why I don't like it. And also it's not like a 7500F, which is like basically the same as a 7600, just no integrated graphics. It actually is slower. I want to see an epic build. Yeah, I'm good. The closest thing you'll see to an epic build, Jason, is if you look at the, when we got the, was that $10,000 computer? No, it was like a $30,000 computer. We had a company send dual epics with a 4090 and like over a terabyte of RAM and all that stuff, and we played around with it. That was the scariest computer I've ever messed with in my life. Giveaway PC? Yeah, giveaway PC for sure. Def a giveaway PC. There he comes. He's coming back, guys. His crack has been sealed. Chad, when he gets in here, ask him about his crack, okay? Say, there's your crack.
Ask him about crack.
Yeah, ask him about his crack.
Yeah, that's like, dude. So when I moved in, I had like the septic tank cleaned up.
Yeah.
By the same company, by the way, is there now. This is separate.
Okay.
This is just like, you know, due diligence. Like you're supposed to have a septic tank, you know, pumped out every like 4 years.
You always
or
need
whatever.
your tank pumped out, Chad.
You need your tank plumped. Plumped.
Plumped.
But the dude just called me. He was like, "Yeah," he's like, "So we actually like can't pump this tank." I was like, "What do you mean?" And by the way, like this is the number, like this is the company who supposedly has been doing it like for years. And so I was like, "What do you mean?" The guy was like, "Well, like you know, the port that we're accessing is not actually the septic tank. It's like a clean out," which I knew that. I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's like next to that, there's a big like manhole." So I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Well, that's like the sump for like the." I don't know. It gets kind of complicated. Like I know some about septic, but not a whole lot. But he's like, your actual septic tank is in between these two things that you can't access. And I'm like, well, when I moved in, I paid $350 to have the tank pumped, and I paid for it. So like, what did they do? And the guy was like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like it might have been a bad tech. Like didn't know what he was doing, and or they just didn't do anything. And I was like, okay. And so he's like, yeah, you know, you're gonna need like an access port installed. It's gonna need to be excavated, blah blah. Which I'm just imagining my mind. I'm like, okay, that's. I mean, I've had a lot of work done in my house. I'm like, I'm gonna say $3,000 to $7,000, right? Yeah. And all I'm thinking is, I'm like, okay, I'm like, this is pretty bad. And he goes, but don't worry, like we're not gonna charge you anything today if you decide to do that work. And I'm just like, you didn't even fucking do anything. Sorry, you didn't even freaking do anything today. Like I paid before for nothing to get done, and now you're telling me the new quote was like $425 or $450 to have it pumped today. And the guy's like, yeah, we didn't pump it because he's like, we can't. So I'm like, all right, so you didn't do anything, and I get that they drove out there, but I'm like, you guys have been servicing this house for I don't even know how long. It has had to have been at least 10 years, right? And so I'm like, what am I paying for? Like, you guys should know that, like, if this truly wasn't doable, how have people been paying for this long for it to be done? Yeah. No, it's not sewer. I'm on septic, which means it's my responsibility. It's like I'm not connected to city. What was the joke? Do you need David to talk to them?
Get on them.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. That
was that one of those things? Because that's not like, what was the one thing that you had that's like contractually obligated to only work under one company? That's propane. So that one you could find other people.
I don't know if I can actually, because I don't know. I know, yeah, the propane one I definitely remember. I tried calling someone else, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have the lease for that tank," and I was like, "Oh." I think the septic, if I remember right, just because you don't ever even have to have that, like it's up to you. You could never have it serviced and just let it back up into your house or something. So yeah, I think I could technically go with anyone. Yeah, that's the homeowner stuff, guys.
I guess that's the biggest thing is like, if it's actually doesn't have what it needs, theoretically every other company you go to would tell you the same thing.
Yeah, they should, yeah.
Theoretically.
Or each one.
Or
well,
each one tells you a different story.
Well, that's what's like the worrisome part is, I guess, is the guy was like, oh, you know, it's like if it's new technicians, they might not know, and they might just be basically, because there is a spot where I guess they can put the hose to pump.
Yeah.
But he's like, they may be doing that thinking they're pumping the septic, but really they're just sucking clean water out of like the ground. And I was like, oh, okay.
That would be stupid.
Get a second bid. It has to have been. Well, that's what I said. It's from this. My house was built in the '60s, and you know, there's a chance that maybe it's been replaced at some point. I don't know. And that's the problem is I asked, and the guy was like, he's like, I'll call the secretary and see. That's I think I'm gonna do that at some point. I'm gonna call the office and be like, hey, can you give me like any records, like how long have you guys been servicing? Because if they say like, oh, we've been doing it for 20 years, I'm like,
Then
okay, then what's going on here? Have you guys been scamming
Then your
people
entire
for that
company's
long?
been scamming people. Yeah, that's horrible.
Someone said, is this a Pride PC?
Huh?
It's not really like rainbow.
It's not
is
even.
it?
No, not really.
It's Starfield.
Starfield.
All right, I'm gonna get this cooler on. Am I using? No, I'm not using Redix, and honestly, like, I know I probably should use like some enzymes and stuff, but I've kind of just been told by like some people that if you just have your tank serviced at regular intervals, you really don't need to do that.
This is what country living's like.
Yep, propane and septic. They've been the two biggest pains in my ass.
Jason says, I got 2 shovels, let's go. Go digging.
Oh my God. No, that's what the guy said. He's like, you know, I mean, I could dig 3.5 feet down to get the access port, but he's like, I don't got the equipment for that, and they cost a lot more. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Most communities require to be pumped every X years.
So they require it? Not where I live. They don't give a shit. That might be if you, I'm sure that, I know that there's new developments even that still will do septic. And I'm sure that if it's an HOA, they can do that, but I've never heard of like a town that's like, oh, if you live in this town, you need to have your septic tank pumped this often. There's
another propane user who says $700 to get my propane filled.
Oh, dude, one year I spent like, I'm trying to remember how much each fill costs. I think, because mine's like I think it's like a 800 gallon tank, but they can only, you know, fill it up to like 5. But I want to say it's something ridiculous, like $1,000. I haven't had it filled in a while though. Ever since I switched over to the heat pump, it definitely is a lot more efficient.
Propane, baby.
But then that's the other issue, you know, is I've had a ton of issues with my HVAC too. That's why like now I'm like slowly just getting more scared to get anything new because I feel like every time I get something new, it's worse.
Yeah. Probably best to do the servicing, but it's weird they wouldn't have equipment being in business 20 years. Are common outside of cities. Yeah.
Just get a fireplace. I have one actually. We've never used it.
Someone said make an outhouse.
Oh my God. But I don't have to have that pumped. Yeah, we have a fireplace, but we never used it because I know when we had the inspection done, it was kind of like one of those like, oh, you know, the fireplace is okay, but like it really needs to be like cleaned and checked. You know, there might be like some hairline cracks, blah, blah. So I've just been too scared to use it.
Yeah, I have a fireplace too, but I have not. When we got our inspection done, they were just like, it could be operational, but it could not be. And I was just like, maybe one day where if I'm just like, I'll send somebody out there to look at it, and then maybe I'll have it. It would have been nice during all this cold we're having.
Yep.
Or we were having when it was like freezing cold, but you know. And then now I'm just going to forget about it. And then the next time it's get cold again, I'm going to say, well, I wish I brought somebody out here.
That's probably when everyone else is having it done, so you can't even
I probably should have it
service.
done in the middle of summer and be like, hey, can you come look at this?
Yeah, I bet the off season would be a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, I have one of those like a fake fireplace electric heaters. I should just stick it inside there. Ain't gonna get as hot though.
Yeah, it definitely kind of defeats the purpose too, a little bit.
It does. Nothing is designed to be worked on anymore. Back in my day, I was as serviceable as all the equipment.
Ooh. So I could get serviced every day.
And no one would complain or bat an eye.
America. I wonder, do you think if I buy another case, it'll be 3778? Like no one's bought one since.
Amazon has all of them.
Might. Amazon exclusive. When's Amazon gonna get exclusive cards?
Should I go? Why have to let me convert our gas fireplace back to wood? Wood.
I will say if you're on like city natural gas, I mean, you know, that can be a pretty good deal. I feel like natural gas, especially here, is like a good amount cheaper than running electric.
Matt, what's your rating of Lord so far? That's a good question. Based on the fact that I have no idea what the hell is going on, that I just keep fighting bosses, I have not upgraded my armor, I don't even know how to upgrade my armor. I have the same weapon from the start, I don't even know where to get new weapons.
You don't even know how to change the difficulty.
It feels like a game that it's not as bad as when I played Elden Ring, where I was just like, they gave me too much freedom and I just did not enjoy it. This game's at least a little linear in the fact that you know where to go to fight the bosses. I hit my first roadblock, and I kind of told myself mentally, when I hit my first roadblock, I could very well see myself giving up on this game. I'm going to try again on Thursday and Friday, and I'll play a little bit more. If I had to give it a score right now, 6.5.
Ooh, lower than Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Indiana Jones, but like that's on Matt's rating scale on the games that I like. So like Indiana Jones was linear. Like my whole thing is I need it to be somewhat linear. Are you not talking to people? I am talking to people, but they speak in like old-timey that makes no fucking sense. Like again, like you're, you know, whatever. I don't know what's
Give
going
me an
on.
example of old-timey.
It's just like medieval speak, or like,
Ooh.
me lord has me hiding on the streets. There's like this wretched looking guy who's like, he like leans over and he's like, I'm hiding here from me lord. And I'm just like, what is this shit?
You said, who's me lord? You're hiding from a lord?
But I that's the problem. I think it's fun. The fighting is fun. After you beat PETA, you're in the hub area. The hub area is weapons and armor vendors. Okay, then I'll go back to the hub area. I'll go back to the hub.
Brother, we never left.
But I'll go there. But yeah, I'd say 6.5 right now because it's cool. The graphics are cool. I would still say a game like Wukong is 1,000 times better in my opinion. But again, Wukong is it's kind of got a special place in my heart. I have a Wukong staff in my house, so like, come on now.
He's not gonna get a Lords of the Fallen staff, guys.
I don't think I'm getting Lords of the Fallen. What's Matt rant about? Lords of the Fallen, my current rating.
Dude, imagine Wukong but with guns.
That'd be crazy. I'm waiting for, it's on PC. I'm surprised someone has made like a gun mod. But I'm gonna keep playing because that's the rule. You buy games for me, I gotta play them. But I have been taking mini breaks to play TF2. I will be honest. There's only one CPU APIN, by the way.
I've been grinding. Okay, we'll probably just run the one. Oh, I like these clear connectors. Yeah, I've been grinding Man versus Machine.
Also, I'm not gonna tell you how to do it, but you can get PETA's sword. See, there you go again. There's too much mystery. It's too much for me.
Your question is, Matt, you've been playing. Have you spent any money yet, though?
On what?
TF2.
Oh, no.
No?
I've gotten a couple like drops playing the game, but I haven't bought any keys.
It is crazy. You know, I was thinking about that yesterday where I was playing Man versus Machine, and I think I got Zach to play again, and he was like, I really want like these different weapons for the class.
Yeah.
And he was like, where do I buy them? And I was like, well, you can just find them. And he's like, what do you mean find them? I was like, every time you die, you have a chance to get a drop. And he was like, are they like worth anything? I was like, yeah, you can trade it. I mean, they're like a few cents, but like, and he was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm saying.
That's how you get stuff, is just random drops.
I mean, like, what game can you find random items that you could actually sell for real money?
There's nothing cooler when you're in a lobby with somebody because it pops up in the chat and they get like a hat drop,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, oh my god, a hat.
Because whenever you unbox things, I think CS might do that too. If you unbox stuff, it might show it in chat. But yeah, TF2 is like the start of that. They invented it, okay?
You can get a crossbow that shoots 3 shots. I have not used any of my range stuff. Like, there's some times I'm just like panic throwing grenades at people, which grenades in the game is kind of an interesting decision, I'll be honest with you.
Grenades from medieval times?
You didn't talk, oh, there were, okay, so to be fair, when I got to the hub is what they call it, I was overwhelmed by the amount of characters that were in there. I was like, what is going on? Like, there were like characters in every corner, and I'm just like, in no clear labeling of what character does what. Again, like, this is all a Matt scale. Like, a gamer who would really play a game like that would have the game sense to be like, oh, this is here, this makes sense. I need some linear hold my hand at some point, you know?
No, I kind of admit, like with Fallout, that was definitely like one of my struggles is like when you get to like the first big, I think it's Diamond City.
Yeah.
And there's so many NPCs that want to talk to you, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to talk to anyone else because I don't want any more missions right now. Like my log's full.
Yep.
One at a time, guys.
Yeah. So There you go. Now you understand more about the games I like. So if you guys think you have action RPGs that would fall under that realm and you want to gift them to me after Lords of the Fallen, hey.
The next game.
Because I really don't. I don't know if I'm even going to do Elden Ring.
I'm gonna gift you Starfield.
Every video, and I've read multiple Reddits about Elden Ring of like, do you need to have any sort of like background before you go to the game, or can you go into it blind? And there's like polar opposite opinions. And the people who say you can go into it blind are just those who are just like, I mean, I get how those games work, so it's like
they had to
go
start
into it
somewhere,
blind,
you know.
But you know what? We'll see.
It's all person by person. I think some people probably could. I mean, I went into Wukong blind, and I didn't watch any gameplay. I don't watch gameplay really any game, in all honesty. I don't normally. I don't think gameplay does the game justice for me. Like, I don't watch it and think, oh, I really want to play that, because a lot of times it does the opposite for me. So I usually just go into them, and yeah, you know, now I might the next Souls-like game, maybe
You went to Elden Ring blind, took you 3 years to complete. See, that's intimidating as.
Yeah, hearing that sounds horrible.
That sounds horrible.
3 years. Chat thoughts so far? Oh, you guys can't even see it. Huh? We need the cables.
I'm gonna give Matt Star Wars. What's STTOR2? Which one's that? SWTOR.
SW.
Star Wars. I don't know which one that is. I'll be honest with you.
The Only Fallen.
Oh, the Old Republic.
Wait, Knights of the Old Republic, or which one? Knights of the Old Republic is the one that
SWTOR2.
Oh, there goes our monitor. Did they make there's a game, there's one that's just called Star Wars The Old Republic.
Isn't the combat in the game like turn-based combat?
Well, Knights of the Republic's the one that I told you I like loved
I had it
it
on like original Xbox. Like,
yeah, that's what I had it on. Yeah, that was Knights of the Republic, and yeah, it was turn-based. Yeah, that was like one of the first games, I think, that might have honestly been one of the only games I've played like that, where it's kind of like first person / third, whatever, but like you literally turn a corner and the whole game freezes, and it's like, all right.
It's almost like you're in the.
It's kind of Pokemon-like, I guess.
What's the mode that they call in VATS mode in like Fallout? It's like that the entire time.
Yeah. Or like Deadeye and like
Yeah.
Red Dead, you know. Yeah, and the only difference, like with VATS mode, even I think.
Oh, you meant KOTOR2.
Yeah, if you had said KOTOR, I would have instantly known. I think with VATS mode, even though it is timed, right? Isn't it like really slow?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what's weird about Knights of the Republic is it could pause an enemy and you can just walk away for 3 hours.
Matt, that sure is dope. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. That old Pokemon man.
Yeah, I wonder if they could make a game. Is there any new games like that, chat, that are like actually liked? I just don't know if you can make a game like that now that people would love, because it's definitely a very different kind of fighting style. I mean, I remember thinking it was kind of like that it was fun, that it was kind of epic, but it's like now just the thought of like a turn-based game, I'd be like,
What else you got?
I'm going to give you the last sleeve cables. What's gonna be the best route for those, you think?
Where's the graphics card? I haven't even seen that, John. Here it is.
Is that Johnny right there? Knights of the Republic won't work with backbone controllers to get wrecked. Buddy, controller?
Controller?
Are you serious? I use mouse and keyboard.
That's crazy.
What's the difference between the Series X and the non-X series Ryzen CPU? Well, for some of them, it can be a lot. Some of them, they may have different, cache. They may have different PCIe support. But like I know for 7000 series, at least like the 7600 versus the 7600X, it's really just clock speed.
Yep.
Very minor difference.
7600 has a theoretical TDP of 65 watts, which makes it more efficient, but. Not on mobile, you don't, Jackson.
Oh,
you do.
I guess, you said backbone. That makes more sense.
That's crazy. Now that's a big difference.
That's a good example.
That's the difference, where the 5700 is Gen 3, 5700X is Gen 4, 5700 is similar to a 5600G. It's basically a 5700G without the integrated graphics. Mm-hmm. Less L3 cache. We learned that on this very stream. What time is that? Is he coming with Jonah, or is he gonna?
I have no clue.
Jonah. Is your buddy coming with you, or is he gonna meet you here later?
He's coming here at 10 still.
10? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to tell, you can show up at 12 then. He was like, nah, I got stuff to do later.
So what time? He's just gonna stay till like?
Probably like 12.
Oh, okay.
12, 1 probably. If I had to guess.
That's not enough time to embarrass you.
Yeah, right, thank God. Interesting,
Let's just do the opposite of what Jonah said. Like he said he was wanting to boss us around. Let's just be extra mean to Jonah today.
Are you really upset you did that?
Keep the freaking.
Start crying.
Uh-oh.
I hate these.
Oh my God. Why is this so stretchy?
Yeah. At least it doesn't leave as much residue as it used to.
Oh my God. No, that's on the, what is that? That's on my ASRock Challenger cards.
I know this one with the 6800 we bought a couple times. The residue's pretty bad. I think it's probably just because this has been on for so long because it's a slightly older GPU.
It's been sitting on the shelf in backstock.
You can't. You can't get these guys.
It's been sitting in back shots.
The new Vitru coolers?
Don't we have one back there?
Andrew ordered one.
Is it like the RT or whatever? I think we have a few back there.
I think she wants to. She wants to replace them for the staples.
Because that's the one you can take the magnetic piece off and you can actually put logo on or whatever.
So there's no. You can choose to have like no V logo. I think it looks good.
I don't know. How long are those? Because I remember these things being not that long.
They're pretty good length. Like you're worried that they're not going to reach without the.
It's like closer to the bar, but I don't really know if that'll.
So it's. What about like you think if I did through there, it would look.
You could try it.
idea?
Jonah, you see my problem here?
Huh?
Where the PCI power would go? Like how high up it is, first of all.
Why is it so high up?
I need to see this.
Like the PCI slot is like so high.
Oh, the actual.
You get it like how high up it.
You can get it in, right? That's what she said.
Like it has to be this high up.
Wow, yeah, that is really far.
That looks stocky.
You can just try it if you want.
Yeah.
It is like, yeah, that's the one time I wish they moved the PCIe down one lane.
Well, it's usually fine in ATX cases, but you can make it.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Barely.
Yeah, so
That'll
you're
work.
right at the end.
It's like almost like you need something down there. You know what I mean?
We should another
Starfield
extension.
Funko.
Another extension.
We need a Funko.
Do they have Funkos? Did they get to that point?
We like put like a 1 out of 10 worst game award from IGN on the bottom.
All right, what else we got?
Get most powerful phone in the shop and buy as many mobile upgrades to make it as close to a PC build as possible.
How'd that
I don't
work?
feel like I don't
I
know.
don't know about that one.
I
Kermit,
just
you
know
be
about the
silly.
upgrade part. You know, the upgrade part sounds kind of.
The upgrade part sounds like when people say they upgrade consoles and they just add accessories.
They add skins to it.
It's not really an upgrade. It's just like decking it out like with accessories. It's not here yet, so we can, you know.
Dick, penis. Get it out, sweetie. Get it all out.
Forgot who. I was like, who's here? I'm like, whatever.
Oh yeah, he's not here yet, so you're good.
Dude, McAllister freaked out just now.
I was like,
He said, "Oh."
By the way, someone in chat they were asking if any of us would be playing Monster Hunter, and obviously we were like, you know, we know this guy's gonna be playing.
So once
They
McAllister
said, have
gets
you
here-
been seeing the reviews of people saying it's easier than the other games?
oh yeah, no, it's so the thing is, there's two franchises. Like
Hold up.
Modern Warfare and Black Ops are different games, right?
Yes.
But they're both Call of Duty.
Okay, so it's a different developer.
It's well, I don't know if it's a different developer, but essentially, Worlds and Wilds made for everybody. Rise and the ones that go like since they split, and there's ones that are very Japanese and ones that are more Western.
Yeah.
And the ones that are very Japanese, like they add in like 20 new buttons, other stuff to do, whatever. And on this side you have the more Western ones, which are a little bit easier to follow. Like you actually have a storyline.
Yeah.
The other ones, it's like, oh no, the village is under attack, kill monsters.
Yeah.
And in this one, it's like there might actually be a story. I've heard it's easy. They gave Veilguard a 9, and they give this an 8 on IGN, which made me laugh. But I don't listen to IGN's rating system at all.
No.
But I've heard that the story's really easy, and that like I'm probably not gonna have a challenge until like 20 hours in the game.
Huh.
And then I was like, whatever. I'm just happy to hunt monsters, and mostly it's gonna be about hunting with my friends. And a lot of the reviewers played the game without friends. They played it solo. So
It's like the appeal of a game like that would definitely be.
it is a lot of times hunting with the boys.
The boys.
Anything else?
It's a good time.
Anything else you can plug up or my GPU ready?
Should have asked their sponsor that want us to talk about the game to give us all a copy.
Like, can you give us a
That's
copy?
even part of the, like, you were this close, you could have just said, you know the copy of that game. You could have been like, oh, you better slip a sweet copy in there for Mr. Man.
Which one did I try playing? Do you know?
You tried playing Wilds.
Wild.
Oh, no, World, sorry.
World.
World came out.
Yeah, I put a couple hours into Nice from where I was like, man, just not my kind of game.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. As a kid, I just thought it was cool because like I didn't actually know when I left the camp like what monster I was supposed to hunt. Because it just said the Jalaposaurus, and I'm like, cool. And then I get out there, I'm like, where is it?
You start killing everything.
Jalapa
you see.
who?
I'd be like, I would like kill a monster on the way out. It'd be like, you have an hour to kill this monster. I'm like, that's crazy. It must take an hour to kill it. And so I'd like start walking around, and there's a loading zone between every single like walk from the plains to the forest. Loading zone. Walk from the forest to deeper forest. Loading zone. Go into a cave. Loading zone. You get there and your monster's there, and it's leaving as you enter. And you're like, God damn it, loading zone. So I was just like,
Oh.
but then I found online, and I would just go online and get hard carry and fall around people that were good.
I like that.
It was awesome.
While you were doing that, I was eating dirt.
Not everyone can be.
We were different.
We were different.
I was drinking water out of a hose.
You know, so there's nothing else. Well, I know you can get to it. So, you got a fan header here.
That's crazy.
We're similar.
That's crazy.
I know you have a football between the GPU and the basement.
Yeah.
All right, you got to take two.
Oh wait, no, there
games
isn't. Never mind.
and
Huh? Right here.
Cross them together to create one game. What two games would you cross together? You think that would result in your perfect game?
I know, you know, for a long time, I remember, it's funny because now I just don't like games that have really much scariness to them. So I know for a long time
What's
I said an
up?
open world zombie game would be cool. How's it going? I like, I said open world zombie would be cool, but now I'm like, I don't know if I want zombies. And they've kind of done
going,
that.
man?
Was like DayZ, and there are a couple other games that they kind of done that.
There's definitely an open world zombie game. Yeah, it's just a matter of like what level of open world.
Just
we're
go play
talking about.
Daisy.
Open world multiplayer adventure, like, because I think open world multiplayer game is usually just like Rust and whatnot, where it's like, oh, you're
Horrible.
just because like Rust started as a zombie game.
Yeah,
And
they
I-
all did. H1Z1.
Bro, what am I supposed to do with these GPU
Yeah.
cables?
Oh yeah, Fortnite did too. Wait, what am I thinking?
Yeah, Fortnite was a survival zombie
I
game.
remember being so excited. I was like, that game looks awesome. It's like a base building, whatever.
Yep.
Like, I'm so excited. For
And
it.
now it's the game.
And then they said Battle Royale.
And then Battle Royale took off, and they're like, hey, stop that game we were making. And then they had that Save the World. 7 Days to Die, yeah. I've not gotten to 7 Days to Die. The graphics keep me away.
Back 4 Blood was okay. I mean, it felt like a modern version of Left 4 Dead 2 with just some weird stuff.
I just remember thinking when we were doing the missions, I remember thinking like the mobs, everything felt very Left 4 Dead, like normal basically.
Except
It was
that-
just the in-between.
Like the card system.
The
and
card
all that.
system I
I'm
didn't like.
I get the idea. It's like, oh, we want to add progression outside of the game, but I'm like, if the game's really fun, I don't need to progress. Like, it's like, what's your end goal then? It's like,
Just
it's
play
a live
the
service
game.
game.
Just
You have
to beat
You
it.
have to keep paying money. I'm like, no, don't give me cards. Like any game that gives you cards as your like bonus, I'm already like, I hate you. I don't know why, but like skill cards in games, I'm like,
Yeah.
why do you limit it like this?
Friends versus friends.
Give me a point
versus
and call it a
friends.
day. I don't know.
Give me a point, brother.
Squirtle is goated, says Go Entertainment.
Squirters are goaded? Huh?
Excuse me.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not in here.
Oh,
He's not in
he's
here.
not in here.
On stream, man said yesterday I have a great Switch. I'm like, dude, I know. I'm telling you.
Our stream's rated.
Switch
Our
already?
stream's 18 plus.
Oh, is it?
He already said stuff.
I said stuff. I didn't say it to him. Though. He's
No,
not.
no, he's fine.
Yeah.
He said it to our very awful 18 plus chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like how the cables don't match the same hue with the red and blue.
That's crazy.
I don't like that it's Starfield.
That's crazy we couldn't find specific Starfield cables.
Yeah. For some reason, they're not making them anymore. I don't know.
Why are they not color matched perfectly?
I don't know, man. Should go reach out to Starfield.
Like Starfield, why didn't you make your game better?
Zach, we got case number 69.
Really?
No, wouldn't that be crazy? I feel like that'd be worth a little more.
Probably.
It'd be like TF2 hat levels.
Oh, that's all you talk about anymore is just TF2 backpacks.
Dude, Matt bought an unusual. Worth,
I did not
10
buy an
grand.
unusual.
About a $10,000 one. Can you buy one and just send it in the toasty, man? That'd make me so happy.
Yeah.
But like, it has to be really expensive though.
Can we just share it?
Tesla money.
Like, you have to go on against the company to get
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do that too.
drain the bank
Borrowing
account.
your life insurance.
Ooh, yes, that's genius.
You got 401k, don't you?
Yeah, exactly, that works.
I'm just saying it's an investment. Those hats gonna keep going up.
In our betting Discord, the admin had a really good idea on how to increase your bankroll.
Oh, God.
He said take out your 401k early and use it to sports bet.
I like
Yeah.
that. Chat, you
He
hear
said-
that?
He said theoretically, if you're winning, then you'll increase your 401k.
If you're What was it?
Theoretically.
Yesterday I was playing.
That's why he's the owner, bro.
I was playing Yakuza, and there was a mission. It was like, you need $2,000, and I had $1,000. I'm like, okay, so I just need, and I was like in this like,
Where's the C cables? Probably in the incoming shipment table, if I had to guess. I haven't seen them. I saw they were delivered on Amazon.
Okay. Black ones, right?
Yeah, they're just black. And you only need a 24 pin, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I was playing Yakuza, and I needed $2,000 for a mission or something, and I was in a casino area, and I was like, I only need $2,000. I'll just sit down and play blackjack and double it. My brain said that was just gonna work fine. Like nothing was gonna go
That's
wrong.
a proper
How
strategy.
did it go?
Oh, I thought about it for 2 seconds. I'm like, that was the stupidest idea. Like,
Oh, you didn't do it?
no.
You should have done it.
It's a video game, so I thought I could just cheat it. But then I'm like, wait, this game it's not really hard to just program actual poker into the game. Like, you don't need to make it where I can win. So,
Poker face.
Oh, poker face, poker face.
What Lady Gaga did you listen to?
Poker face.
Lady Gaga.
you'll have seen that picture of like the guy mining and he stops right before he hits diamonds, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw somebody's certification of it. Like, oh, I haven't hit top model.
Was it for gambling?
No, it was like I stopped playing leagues. I just wasn't getting entertained, and they stopped right before like the sewage line of an outhouse. It's like they're like, oh, sad. Just changed up that meme.
They're like, congratulations, you avoided pain
Yeah.
and suffering. Oh goodness.
I still like the one where it was like playing league because you watched Arcane is like doing crack because you watched Breaking Bad. You're meth.
So you're not sure what two games you'd combine? You just said something about open world offline.
All right. Okay, one thing I really want, and I'm sorry to bring it up again because Alex can start yelling at me, but I want a game again that's kind of like CS/TF2 where it has like the really good trading system. Where like that's a big part of the game, but not crypto, not like I'm just thinking about that one game. Was it Off the Grid?
Off the Grid.
Yeah, I don't need NFTs in the game.
Yeah, but you do love a player economy.
Oh, I love a player economy. Like RuneScape's another one, right?
Yeah.
RuneScape.
Except those things, there's a big difference between items that are cosmetic only and items that actually change your stats. Like
Right.
everyone can get a scattershot pistol, but getting a strange, unusual dyed red scattershot pistol with a charm on it, that sort of bullshit. That's very different than the guy who just wants to use it to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good thing this thing's going back. I went to reset it, Jackson. Now it's blue screening.
Oh. That's because it had that all that flash stuff on it, probably.
Yep.
Is T-Pain streaming right now? Because it would be funny to rate him, to hear T-Pain just say, thank you, Toasty Bro.
Do you think he'd really? What do you think us?
I think so. He seems chill. Have you
I feel
seen
like every time I rate anyone bigger, they just like ignore it. But
No, T-Pain's stream is why I bought a Wukong staff, because I saw he bought one on Temu also.
it's the most random connection.
I know,
dude,
that's
swear.
great, isn't it? He is actually live.
How many viewers does he
What
have?
is he doing? He's working out right now.
Oh my god, he's using that one thing too that like
Yeah.
I always see commercials about. Yeah, maybe he would see it.
What, Peloton?
It's like those, what do they
No, it's
call
not
those
Peloton.
wall workout things?
Yeah, I'm saying now. That's like called TV.
It like uses like electronic resistance and yeah, you can do like all kinds of different workouts.
Oh, it's got the little, okay.
It's just basically just like a it's just a
called
pull
tonal.
cable.
Tonal.
Yeah, a pull cable that can move like up and down. You can change your resistance, whatever you
Didn't
want.
realize it actually had equipment attached to it. I thought it was literally just a wall-mounted like special TV for working out. Like that.
No, it has like cables with resistance and everything
Yeah.
built into it.
Cool. So, Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Trading system.
Okay, yeah.
He
trading
won't let this
system.
go. He wants to keep
Well,
going
now
back.
because I don't know. I feel like it's hard for me to give a genre.
No.
I guess-
I'm saying more like you say TF2, like their trading system is what you like from that, and the gameplay's pretty fun. And then pick another game. Not you don't have to cherry pick mechanics. So you could just say TF2, which you clearly like,
Uh-huh.
and then another game that you think if you combine them together, you'd end up with more value.
Like Valorant's graphics or something.
Or no, you don't have to cherry pick a part. You could just say Valorant, and then also talk about the parts. Graphics might be a part of why, or you like the aesthetic of Elden
Why
Ring,
is this-
and you like would want FromSoft to make it or something like that.
I don't know. I'm really gonna have to think on this one.
All right. Man.
Ask him again
help
in
him
20
out.
seconds.
We're joking, like, what if they add a Wukong gun mod?
That's
That's what I
My
need.
staff extended to an RPG.
Doom.
Dude, I like.
That's
I
New
like
Game
when,
Plus.
games look to validate why you can use a sword in combat in a world of guns. Like how they come up with the idea. I think the coolest one so far has been Dune. Do you know why they have shields and guns and swords in Dune?
Yeah,
Be-
So,
yeah.
all their
I did
shields-
watch both of them finally.
All their shields are based off of kinetic energy, so the faster it's moving, the more likely it is to be able to generate equal force. But things that are slower, it can't detect as a threat. So swords move slow enough, but fast enough to go through a shield.
Yeah.
That's why they love those. But when the bombs drop in Dune, you'll notice they're coming down really
What
slowly.
color will
If
be
they
the
drop too
deciding
fast,
factor?
it would notice it's something too quick and it would block it.
So, I don't know.
So that's why.
White's
when you
okay.
shoot guns
It's
and they have
okay.
a
I
shield
think I
on
kind of
it,
like
you're
blue, like dark
Yeah,
blue.
it's really safe.
If I can ever find it, I don't think that's it.
Chad, which color? Which color would you pick?
I literally can't find like the.
Dune. It's like 5 or 6, 7 M's in Dune.
out again next door.
Dude, I've been seeing them doing all kinds of stuff.
Go
There
there
we go.
Park.
It was like random people
what about-
just
what-
like taking stuff.
Oh my god, is it flashing now?
Yeah, they're remodeling. I don't know.
Maybe
Or they're
it's
actually,
Facebook Marketplace.
maybe.
And do you think we all got off camera and we all made a bark noise? I could tell which one of us made a bark noise.
Let's do a
Hear
blind
that,
bar.
Jackson?
Blind
Gold
bark
for
test?
The RGB.
Gold?
Yeah.
What?
You got the blue and the red going, but you don't have any gold in there.
What's up, dude? What's up?
I think I might change out. See, do we have any more 24
You know what? If you
pin?
could, if there was a way to actually get this color, it
Dude,
actually
that
probably
could be,
would.
There was like
Stars
a
and stripes.
It's like a red, orange kind
I've hit a yellow, I think. Oh, this remote's like backwards, like the buttons are not doing what I want them to. There we go.
Yeah, that's
It was
regress.
a very precise color that we
Yeah.
needed to match, you know?
All right, chat. Beautiful PC for sale at pcbros.tech.
White's kind of cool.
Yeah, I could just do white.
We shall find somebody. I got 2 of them on there already.
Yeah, so you got. Oh, you get the PC ones in there.
What a dingo.
He needs more
Oh, you did them freaky style. You did them from the.
because
from the
they're
back.
not this color, so I figured less they show, the better.
Oh, these are the ones you can't take. Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
might
can't
just,
take those off.
I'm gonna figure something out here. Timu, what?
Timu Starforge, that's crazy.
What?
All right, guys, we're gonna find somebody to raid. Thank y'all for watching.
Y'all are wild for that allegation.
Y'all are wild for that. At least our logo isn't a penis.
That's getting clipped. That's getting sent to him. Yeah, at least our logo ain't a penis.
Short ready almost?
Yeah, I'm about to slurp on it if you don't chill.
Whenever you're
Sorry,
done.
chat, you had to hear that. Let me turn this John off.
Oh, it's Starfield. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix. I don't like how the
What we
cables
need
look.
is that GPU.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think that's in a customer's build, right? Or did we give it away or something?
I thought we sold it to.
Jonah has the
he has
CPU.
the CPU, and then Caleb got the GPU.
Oh, wait, are you sure he didn't get the Avatar one? No, you're right. I think he did get the Starfield. Yeah. I wonder if he's still rocking that.
I think so.
I would.
I mean, it's good.
Hi guys, we're rating T-Pain. We're rating T-Pain.
T-Pain.
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Give T-Pain some love. See you guys later. Peace.